That was our dress rehearsal. That was our dress rehearsal. I forgot to hit the record button. Yeah. I felt like we had video gold there too, and now it's all gone. We lost it. Anyway, all right, guys. Hey, Eric and Tom here at 4Up Gaming.
We just did this like 2 seconds ago.
We just did this whole segment, and then
you didn't push the button.
I didn't push the button. So that's just the story of our lives right now. You know. We have a good game that's going to happen. We got the Ogres versus the Ratkin.
Yeah.
Yep, you guys will also notice that Jimmy is not here. He's usually the one that plays the Ogres because it's his army. But unfortunately, he's a little bit of a bitch. So he bitched out on us, and so I'm going to play his army.
Yeah, be cool. See something different.
It's gonna, you know, it's always interesting if you guys ever want to try and do something if you haven't done this already. Sometimes it's fun to kind of set up an army and then, especially if it's your army, and then let somebody else play it. It's interesting to see how they will play units differently, scenarios differently with your army. So, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I'm happy that I'm not having to face the Ogres.
Yeah.
But now that I'm on the other side, I'm like, ooh, man, 4 hordes of Shock Blight. That's gonna suck.
That's tough. It's tough to get through.
And that's what we call the shock troops now, because there is no blight anymore.
Yeah,
but
they kind of put them both together.
Kind of put them both together, yeah. So we call them the shock blight, in case you guys are wondering. The scenario is control. So in case you guys forget, that's the one where you have the 2 foot by 2 foot squares. And your job is to have more unit strength in each square.
Yeah, the center ones are worth 2, right?
Yes.
That's how it works.
Yeah, so I've got to try, if I can control your table quarter here, and you try and control mine.
They're all both worth 2, aren't they? Or just on your side?
Just mine.
Just
yeah.
yours?
So
okay.
Mine is worth 2 for you, yours is worth 2 for me. So
my side's worth nothing?
No. So
sorry.
No. So this is worth 1. This is worth 1. 1. 1. 1.
Okay.
2.
2. Okay.
Yep. And then mine flip flops.
Yep. Makes sense.
Yep. It's been a while since we played this one. This is one of the original scenarios from 2nd edition.
Yeah.
And so we've been playing a lot of the new 3rd edition scenarios, and so we've kind of haven't played these in a while.
It's kind of a tricky one. Of all the missions, this one's kind of weird.
This one's weird because you can't just go forward and smash face. You've got to think about your flanks. You got to think about I need to hold at least a unit over here, and is he going to hold a unit over here? And yeah, this one's kind of weird. I don't know. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. You know, you've got a Ratkin list that surprisingly enough doesn't have a lot of shooting in it this time. I'm sure it still has plenty of shooting with the nightmares.
That's
but,
not it though. Nothing. Oh, Broodmother's got the staff, the solar staff or whatever.
Oh, okay. So like what, lightning bolt or something?
Pretty much.
Yeah. But it's going to be an interesting game. We do have some bases on here that do not have models on them. One base for the Ogres, they are boomers, what they're supposed to be. I left that unit at home because, again, this is not my army. So I was trying to transport Jimmy's army and I forgot to put him in my bag. So that's just how it works.
And I got 2. I got the Tangle and the Broodmother, and they're waiting for Mantic. It's been 2 months, so hopefully I see them sometime soon. But they're on the way, supposedly.
Yep. Yep, they're supposedly on the way. But yeah, so we do have some Invisa models. We're sorry. Unfortunately, it's not, well, mine is my fault.
Yeah.
Tom's is not his fault. It's just the way the world is right now. So if you want to blame anybody, blame Ronnie at Mantic. Just kidding. Don't blame Ronnie.
Blame Customs. United States Customs.
Blame U.S. Customs and
or whoever it is, Post Office, whatever.
UPS, FedEx, I don't know. Blame one of them. That's what we do. We blame everybody else, right? So we got to blame somebody.
But they've been bought. So they're coming.
They have been bought. They have been bought. Yeah, they have been bought. And those are even assembled, and I just didn't bring them. But that's what happens when you play somebody else's army. So, but yeah, it's going to be kind of interesting to play his army and kind of see it from his eyes, I guess. I don't really want to say that because he's weird. So I can't really say his eyes, but I guess to see the board through his army.
Play a different army. It's always fun to play a different army.
Right. Hopefully it'll be something a little different for you guys. So we'll get going here. We've already deployed, so we'll go over and show you guys deployment, and we'll talk about the units that we have here, and we'll get going in just a sec. Tom. What do we got?
2 hordes of nightmares.
Okay.
Hordes, pretty sure. That's the empty base broodmother.
Okay.
With the loot. 4 hordes of shock blight. 1 with healing brew and 1 with Han's sanguinary scripture.
Ouch.
And then we got the tangle. 2 mutant rat fiends and a BSB.
Little BSB over there.
Yep.
Yep. Well, it definitely looks like got your flanks covered with your monsters and your large infantry.
Yeah.
And then you just got that gigantic 4 hordes in the middle that you're just going to jam down my throat.
Get through those.
What is that? That's 4 unit strength per, right?
Uh-huh.
So that's 16 unit strength right there. Plus the tangle's probably unit strength 1.
Unit strength
So that's
1,
17 unit strength right there. Oh, man. All right. Well, for the ogres, we've got the flank over here with a bunch of red goblin scouts. Those are both regiments. And coming more into the line here, we have a troop of spitters with a sergeant back there. He's the one that looks like a hunter, but he's actually a ogre sergeant. And then in the middle there, we have 4 hordes of just regular old warriors. The one on the back right that I guess there's actually a dude missing his head. That one right there is they all have 2-handed weapons. So that one is going to have the Crush 2, Defense 4. And then over here we have another troop of spitters. And then Grok right there in the back. And then we have a horde of boomers. And then the invisible horde of boomers. And a boomer sergeant right over there, kind of by himself on my right flank. As far as terrain goes, we have our normal pieces of impassable. And so just so you guys know, we actually use a random terrain editing program, Epic Dwarf.
Yep.
And so that's what chooses our terrain. We don't do it. We find that it's pretty fair.
Balanced, yeah.
Yeah.
There's like 2 forests, 1 on each side usually, a couple hills.
Right. And so over here we have our piece of impassable. This is another piece of impassable. We have our obstacle right here. We have a forest. We have a height 3 hill in the middle. And then over on the other side we have another piece of impassable right there. And then we have another forest directly within a piece of impassable. And then a height 2 hill. So not a whole lot of terrain this time, but still enough to where you have to think about
10
it.
pieces, I think, isn't there?
There probably is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. You're absolutely right. So anyway, that's what we're looking at for the board, guys. We are going to go ahead and get into turn 1, which I have a feeling is going to be a lot of movement. I don't think I have anything that can hit you, and I don't think you have anything that can hit me.
Maybe.
Maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe. Those damn Ratkin. All right. All right, guys. End of turn 1. And just as we kind of figured with these 2 armies...
Except for the ogres, they just kind of didn't really do anything. They're surprisingly scared ogres.
I tactfully repositioned. We'll just say that. So Jimmy usually just runs these guys forward and just smash.
Straight forward, pushes his army forward.
Yep. And there are times when that works. There are definitely times when that is an okay strategy, but I feel like right now is not one of those times. So yes, I am kind of waiting to strike a little bit, so to speak. Tom pretty much moved his gigantic lumbering hordes at me. You did shoot your weakness at one of my boomer hordes.
Yep. From the tangle.
Yep, from the tangle. So there's a little bit of weakness going on there. Repositioned and moved up your nightmares.
Yeah.
Which we're kind of playing a little bit of a chess game. I moved the scouts up on the hill. Maybe get a nice little advantageous charge, but I don't know if I want to play that hand yet. Because let's be honest here, I mean, if we look at that flank, that's all I got. Like, so if I charge them in now,
He loses them.
I got nothing on that flank. So, and if I take out 1 unit, woo, that's great, but I don't know if I want to
take both. I don't think 1 unit can kill 1 unit.
I don't think so either. It'll probably take both to charge, and I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I moved my spitters up in front of my line, and Eagle
Eye hunters.
So, just some basic red goblin spitters, needing 6s. I did 5 wounds on this one unit of blight or shock blight, which is pretty impressive.
Heck yeah.
That was pretty impressive.
Should have hit 3, maybe 4.
Yeah, I mean,
then
God in heaven. I think I hit.
That's a 2.
I think out of 20 shots, I think I hit like 7 or 8.
Yeah, it was quite a few.
So needing 6s, that was a good roll. And then over here on this side, I moved up a little bit with my boomer sergeant, and Tom moved way up with his rat fiends with his little BSB. So that's kind of what happened on my right flank, his left flank. So that's pretty much all we got going on this turn. We will see what will transpire next turn. All right, guys, we are at the end of turn 2, and let's see. I shot off one of the rat fiends.
You got firing squad.
That was bad, man. That was just, yeah. I think it did what, 17 wounds.
That unit.
Everybody shot. Took off one of the rat fiends. The other rat fiend charged into a unit of my boomers and did 7 wounds.
Yeah. Pretty
Pretty good. Rat fiends have Strider, which I forgot about. Otherwise, I might have done something different. But hey, it is what it is. He marched his huge hordes just coming forward. Although I think, did you keep yourself out of charge range?
No, you're in charge range.
Okay, so we're both in charge range then, if we really want to. All right, and then let's see. You skedaddled your battle standard bearer back.
Yeah.
You were like, nope, I don't want your boomer sergeant to shoot him.
You would have
kill
lost
him.
him. Oh yeah. Or charged him.
Or charged him, yeah. You shot with your brood mother.
Yep.
And your nightmares.
Needed cover, so
yeah. You needed 5s, and you still did what, 6 wounds? I
I
think.
think so.
Yeah, 6 wounds. That's not bad.
Wavered.
Wavering them. Yep. And then I gracefully ran away again with my my cav.
He hasn't really done anything. This is his army. Just kind of stays there.
I'm not doing any. I haven't done anything except shooting. I feel like this is Elves 2.0 right here. This is the Elves 2.0. I did do a couple more wounds on the shock blight. You healed another one back.
Yep.
So just kind of picking my shots.
Yep, definitely.
Plinking the wounds, kind of trying to do what I can do, and yeah. So we will see what goes on. We're gonna go on to turn 3. And I have a feeling that maybe the battle lines will start to open up a little bit. I don't know. We will. We'll find out. We are at bottom of 3 now, and the battlefield has changed a little bit. You totally smacked up on all of the red goblins on the board except for my little troop there,
And these guys.
and miraculously, the other group of
Eyes.
scouts, man.
2 wounds or something like
Wow,
that.
yeah, 2 wounds from a horde of shock blight. So yeah, the Nightmares did a great job against the other unit there.
Yeah, that was the harder one, and this
Yeah.
should be the easier one.
So yeah, that totally messed that up, but whichever. And then let's see, we have over here, I'm trying to think what else we got going on. You took out my Chaffee unit that was wavered,
Yep.
so they are now dead. And then you charged in with a horde into the forest. You still did like 9 wounds. 9 wounds. That was really good, but then you didn't roll very well on that. You rolled a what, 5?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so not great. And then over here, you whooped up on them with the rat fiend.
Yep.
So my other unit of boomers is gone. So ouchie over here. But anyway, we shall carry on. Luckily, most of my Chaffee stuff is kind of dying, but now it's going to come down to my actual hordes of ogres and what they can do. So, and again, we're at turn 3, and yeah, he is already in my table quarter.
Yeah.
So I gotta kill stuff now. Now it's just about killing stuff. So we shall see what happens. All right, guys, we are at the end of turn 4, and oh man, I need to go to Vegas because my dice are hot. It doesn't look like it right now because Tom also like whooped up on me pretty good, but the end of my turn, I was top of turn, and I was routing stuff. I was rolling
One after another.
like, oh, you got inspiring? I don't care. I'll roll it both
11.
times. I guess that makes up for my double 1 last game to end it. But yeah, I mean, the boomers died over here. I took out the horde of shock blight that was over there.
Yeah.
You took out my little troop of spitters.
Yep.
and then you whooped up on my horde of warriors that were there, which I had to move them forward so that way Grok wouldn't get killed. I miraculously took out was it Nightmares over there that I charged? Yes.
Yeah.
Took out the Nightmares over there, and then somehow my sergeant managed to smack these guys in the face and not die. So, kind of impressive right now. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of very impressive.
Crazy. When
and the Tangle got smacked by Grok too. So we both just lost. We were just pulling models left and right. So this is what we got left at the end of turn 4. These that unit right there, and these hordes over here are they're cannon fodder. They're not really in play anymore. So we will see what happens next. All right, guys. Turn 5, or going on to turn 5. This is the end of turn 4. Oh my gosh, man! It's just getting bloody. My only saving grace is that I wavered those guys.
Yeah.
But as I say, saving grace. But yeah. So in the middle here, we've got this interesting. You charge into one of my hordes. Of course, my hordes cannot take your hordes on.
Yeah.
It's just the way that it is. So that's nasty. What else we got going on here? You rear charged me with your Tangle. No,
that's
Tangle
a
Broodmother, right?
Yep.
Did 7 wounds, I think.
Not too bad.
Pretty darn good. Bane Shannon herself. So she had Crush 2, 15 attacks, not bad. You wavered my unit of warriors over here. He's got my little Boomer Sergeant. He's just chilling. I don't know what he's going to do. I want to just start shooting, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so not too much on the board.
Not really.
At all. I think it's going to come down to you've got 4 units on the board, and I think it's going to come down to something like that. So we shall see what happens going on to turn 5. I don't know if this one legit would go to a turn 7. I just don't think we have enough units at this point. I think we just keep dying.
Yeah, pretty close.
So, all right, we'll see what happens. All right, guys, we're at the bottom of 5. There's damn near nothing left of the Ratkin. There's literally 2 units left. That unit got routed over there, so there's literally 2 units left. The dice rolls this game were insane. But pretty much what we would probably figure would happen, because we're going to call it here.
Yep.
We would figure Grok would definitely die.
Yep.
And then my dudes would come back in.
Kill them.
This Rat Fiend is definitely going to kill them. And then it becomes,
It's just units. You can just jump over here and just call it the game.
Exactly. I still have my Boomer Sergeant. He is unit strength 1. He's the same as the Rat Fiend.
Yep.
So we both could jump in the middle. That's if the Rat Fiends take out my horde. I could just turn around and go the other way if I want. And then I've also got these 2 units over here that are this guy's actually facing this direction. Yeah, so I get those 2 quadrants over there. So even if I don't kill the Rat Fiend, those 2 cancel that out. Yeah, so it would be a victory for the Ogres. So we're gonna go over a little redux on this, and then we'll call it a day. All right, guys. This has been, just as the last couple of months has been crazy for all of us, this game was crazy.
Yeah.
I should definitely go to Vegas. I will hop on a flight after this and go. I think I had about 10 rolls where I need 4s. All right,
all but one. 18 hits.
Oh, I need
17 hits out of 18 dice.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, it was just nasty. I will say you had a couple that were really good, but come on, when I'm rolling like 10 of them, it doesn't matter. You got 2 or 3, it was like, that's not gonna happen.
When you get like a 10 to waiver, and he rolls it, and then he has inspiring, and he gets another 10. That was like 3 times.
That was rough. But talking off camera, and you're absolutely right. If you would have done what I did and kind of sat there and let you come to me, you would have obliterated me, because there's no way I can chew through that. I would have to, because you pop your plague pots as I'm charging in, and there's just no way. There's absolutely no way. Who would have torn me up would have been the Nightmares. The only reason why I was able to do anything is because you moved them a little bit. But if you'd have sat there, you'd have torn me up with the Nightmares too. It would have been a way different. We would be doing this the other way, where I would be standing here going, "Damn it!" I think the dice gods were like, okay, fine, we gave you a double one last game, so here you go. We're gonna set you up for a good couple of games.
Should have recorded some of those because it was crazy.
Oh man, God, man, yeah, I should have gone to Vegas, man. Rolling some craps. Or I guess we could go to Blackhawk.
Yeah.
Cripple Creek. Roll some craps, man. Want to win some money?
Yeah, that was
Let's
good.
do it. Wow. I'm trying to think. It's hard. It's hard to go over a game when you have dice that are that crazy.
Yeah.
Because you're always thinking, okay, you know what the averages are when they happen.
Yeah.
And you know when it's not average. So, I mean, there was one turn where I think I took, 4 units off the board?
Oh,
3
yeah,
units?
for sure.
And that, I mean, you still came back. I mean, I'm not going to say anything about the dice. Well, okay, the dice were crazy.
Crazy.
But let's be honest here, man. If I didn't have those hot dice, you'd have beat me.
Oh, yeah.
You'd beat me.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest here.
It's hard to look at a game and be like, hey, what went wrong? Whenever it's just dice.
It was just dice. Yeah, that was rough, man. That was really rough.
Could deal with a couple, but not.
You still, man. I mean, you were in the game even with those dice rolls. You were in the game until turn 5.
Yeah.
So, for people who like to call the game early, in a tournament, right? You can't call the game early, but man. When you got the person on the other side of the board just rolling hot, sometimes you just chalk it up to that.
Yep.
Grab a beer and just wait for the pain.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna get you that shirt, man. I'm gonna get you that shirt since your last name is Payne. So bring on the pain or something like that. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so with the game itself, terrain didn't play a huge part of it. You're flipping rat fiends, man. I totally forgot they had Strider.
Yeah. And
he tore into that side. I was thinking, I'll be good, -1. You got what, 11, 7 attacks?
10 attacks.
10 attacks.
Yeah.
10 attacks, like a dragon. He's gonna need -1s. I can handle that, right? You're gonna hit with maybe 5, maybe less than that. I can totally deal with that. Was not expecting what happened. I was not expecting Strider. And he just tore through. He was going to tear through 3 different units.
Yeah, good. But actually, I could have kept both of them alive. But the firing squad over there didn't.
I just obliterated the other one. You moved him up, and then, it was 4 units shooting. I did 17 wounds on him.
Something like that, yeah.
He was dead. He was dead. Grok is what he is. He is nasty. He's so nasty. He's like throwing in another horde.
He's better than that because he's Crush 3, whatever he is. Yeah.
He's like you're just, and he's
the
nimble.
D3 exploding thing. That's gross.
Oh my god! I'm so surprised it didn't get nerfed. In fact, they gave him nimble. I don't think it was nimble last edition.
I don't think so either.
How the heck did he get better? Like seriously? I think what it was is like Jesse from Mastercrafted got into Ronnie's head and was like, "Hey, the ogres are awesome," and I can't do a southern voice, so. But I don't know what happened, man. Damn ogres! I guess I just don't understand why our buddy doesn't play them more. Like, change up lists a little bit. This isn't second edition. It really is.
They pack a punch.
Even putting aside the crazy dice rolls, I mean, when you're hitting consistently on, you need threes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's hard. And then Crush 1, especially since defense was lowered across the board.
Yeah, it's gross.
I mean, Crush 1, stock. That is what they come with. 18 attacks. Yeah. Crushing 1.
And they're pretty cheap, like 200 points or something, aren't they?
They're 200 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're 200 points. So if you don't have a couple of them, and I get it, people like to run Siege Breakers, right?
Yeah.
I can't. I think they're Siege Breakers. Sorry.
Siege Breakers.
I usually try and kill them. I'm not trying to name them. So usually people want to run them, and that's fine. But I don't know. Throw a little bit of chaff in there.
For half a point or...
Yeah, for sure. And the Ratkin, anybody who's thinking of doing a Ratkin army, screw you, first of all. The Ratkin, if done the right way, they are so difficult. And the thing is, Tom's played multiple lists with the Ratkin, and I don't think any 2 lists have been the same. He did a whole shooting Ratkin list.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
Oh my god. I mean, I kind of got a little taste of what it felt like to be playing the elves in second edition, because I am an elf player.
And shoot elf.
Just sit back and you want to come towards me? I'm just going to roll dice and you're not going to get to me.
Yeah.
saw how that felt to play against that when I played your Ratkin, because oh my god, it was just shoot. Oh yeah, I have steady aim.
Yeah.
Like oh my god, like it was just nasty. So if people are thinking of running Ratkin, that's something to think about as maybe a shooty list.
Yeah,
but
there's lots of different ways you could do it.
The Shock Blight. I mean, how many points are they? Are they 200?
230, I think.
230?
Yeah.
Okay. 230, but then for 5 points, give them the Plague Pots,
15
right?
points. That makes it 235.
Okay. All right. So, and then they have they're 30 attacks or 25?
25.
25 attacks. Forced to hit, crush 1. Yeah.
I hope so.
See, this even happens to people who play. We play so many different armies all the time, as you guys can see.
Oh, they're 30.
They're 30 attacks?
That might help.
I was going to say, yeah, that would have helped. That would have helped.
So used to having hordes being, that's what happens when you play dwarves and then
Yeah,
you get confused on stuff.
That's what happens. And so, guys, we do make mistakes. We're sorry if there were mistakes throughout this game. We know we make mistakes. We're not perfect players. We're also playing, like, I think I've played 3 different armies in the last 3 weeks, and you've played, well, realistically, you've done the same, because you played free dwarves as well, and their rules are quite different. So it happens, guys. Sorry. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here and call it a day. But good game, man.
That was a good game.
Man, good game. All right, guys. We will see you later.